the awakening. There is something in the air. If I were to take it to the biblical times, where the Bible says those who are at the top shall be at the bottom, those who are at the bottom shall be at the top. I truly believe we're going through those times. Even the axis of the earth, the negative and positive axis, there's a shift that's taking place, and it's inevitable. I am on a lot of platforms. People put me on their platforms, and I just stay there and just following the conversations. It's amazing. Just the change in the tone, and the people are challenging themselves, and they're discussing issues, and the spirit of Pan-Africanism, and people just, you get this sense that people are proud to be African. That didn't used to be the case 10 years ago. People wanted to run away from being African. But I see more and more appreciation for what it means to be an African. And more importantly, with me having lived in the United States, and I see more and more African Americans, Afro-Caribbeans who are now interested in identifying themselves with Africa. We brought the African diaspora here 2 years ago. And I am amazed at the number of people who have actually come back, started businesses, and some are living here, and some have even found husbands.
Yes, yes, yes.
So there is something in the air. There is something vibrant about being African. And then when you come to the cities, I've visited many African cities, there's a certain level of vibrancy and pride in being African. Yes, you still run into some people who still want to go abroad, looking for greener pastures, but by and large, there's an increasing significant percentage of people who also realize that the diamonds that they're looking for, the greener pastures they're looking for, are right here at home. So there is that change, and it's palpable, it's visible, and it's everywhere. For me, as an elder African, I find it very refreshing. Something else that I'm noticing is the spirit of entrepreneurship. Lots of young people like you who are just fearless, and you are going out there and you know the world is yours to conquer. That fearlessness, in spite of going against all odds. It's not easy being a young person trying to make it in this world. It's very expensive. Everything is expensive. You gotta have a little backup to really get started. But I still find, in spite of not having the finances to back you up, that is not stopping the average black person, be it a black person in America, in the Caribbean, in Europe, but more importantly, on the African continent. The spirit of entrepreneurship is alive and well, and it's palpable. Again, very refreshing. And as an elder, I can't help but feel very inspired to do my part in whatever way to support the youth, not only the youth in Africa, but the youth around especially black youth. I like to say, as a mother, as a grandmother, and I know it's going to happen. I often joke with my VP, and I would say, you know, I just see it happening. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, little white girls and little white boys are going to wish they could be African. They're going to wish they could be black. There's something in the air that's reminding black people that you are the origin of humanity, and that what you have, the black skin, the pigment, is that sign and symbol of originality. And it gives us the authenticity that we have, something that, and I may be looked at as a racist, but I'm not, but it is really a fact, that we have a certain resilience, there's a certain indestructibleness about us that can only be found in the original thing. And us being the original people, all of it is exemplified in who we are as a people. Our people are beginning to appreciate that and are beginning to stand up tall and be proud of it. But when you see it happening in your children and your grandchildren, you can actually sit back and say, yes, I did it. somehow they're finally hearing me. And when I tell them, you are it, you are the McCoy, you are the original mothers and fathers of humanity, stand up on the tallest pedestal and tell the world